second. Now, can you briefly tell me what happened?
It's a rental property
Okay.
that we've owned since 1998.
Okay.
And
So
my
it's paid
brother-
for. It's basically paid for, no?
No, because in 2006, after my mom died,
Oh, okay.
my brother, I signed my share over to my brother because he had better credit, and he refinanced it
Okay.
to get a lower interest rate.
Right.
Well, it was New Century Mortgage. They went bankrupt, and they sold it to Carrington Mortgage.
Okay. Now I don't know
We only
Carrington.
owe-
I don't know Carrington.
we only owed 120, I think, on the loan originally.
Mm-hmm.
And so after it was sold or whatever, it's Carrington took over, and my brother, had a very good job, but then his wife got sick with stage 4 cancer.
Oh boy.
And she had to quit her job, and he had to wind up caring for her. So they at that time they raised the mortgage $300 a month to cover what they said was flood insurance.
Mm-hmm.
And we kept on arguing with them and fighting them, and they wouldn't back down. And then they said we owed them more money because they had paid for it out of pocket. None of this was true. And then he stopped paying it. He just couldn't keep up with it. So then I went to a guy in New Jersey that promised a loan modification.
Right.
He could not get one. They would not give a loan modification.
Right.
It's
You
a
have to
rental
pay
property.
off your loan to get a modification, which is insane.
Yeah, so the guy in New Jersey, he didn't charge us. I found another guy in Chicago that said that he deals with Carrington all the time. He was charging us $475 a month and promised us a loan modification. And he told us how to answer the lawsuit and all this nonsense. Basically, he built us out of money, and he couldn't do nothing. Then I went to a high-priced attorney, Scott Brown, I think. I could look up his name, whatever.
Oh, there's a
But
guy in
he-
Stanford named Brown. Is that the guy?
He was out of Wilton, I think.
Let me see. Wilton.
He's on the case.
Oh, he's on the
filed
case?
a brief appearance, for us.
Okay. Hold on. I can go and see that. Case detail. Appearance. Hold on. Let's see. Trumbull, Goldman and Gruder. Shield. Francis Lido. That must be the defendant. Oh, no. That's
No.
Deutsche Bank. That's the plaintiff. Okay. Hold
Yeah.
on. So that's not it. Now, here we go. Here's another one. Daniel Shields.
That's my brother. That's the defendant.
Okay. And then complaint, appearance. Here's a third appearance. J. Poll Law.
No, that was after Attorney Brown.
Jose Antonio Poll. Okay, so you're saying there's a Brown here. Hold on. Let me see.
Yeah.
Okay. So what happened? They just bilked you, and then he had a medical issue, and
Well, Brown only represented us on the summary judgment and an appeal on the summary judgment,
right?
and he charged us $10,500.
Oh my.
Judge Spader didn't even hear the evidence. He
Right.
had his mind made up. He didn't even want to know anything.
Here we go. Denied. There were 4 motions.
Yep. And so then,
And he
my
marked
brother
off.
and I went there.
Right, he marked off an objection to the motion for continuance. And then, hold on, denied. Motion for continuance, denied. Okay, let me go down a little further. Order, limited appearance, memorandum in opposition of the motion for extension time to file brief, continuance, appearance, re-argue, affidavit with EMAP. Now, was there a problem with EMAP?
They won't give you EMAP if you do not live in the property
You're kidding.
because it's a rental property. Nope, I'm not. EMAP is useless in Connecticut. I don't know anyone that it helps because in order to get EMAP, you not only have to live in the property, you can't be behind on your mortgage. You know, you have to have been current on your mortgage for the last how long, and people that need it are not current on their mortgage.
Right.
It's a useless program. I asked them a million times how many people it helped. They can't tell me.
Yeah, okay. Preliminary statement of debt, foreclosure, worksheet, affidavit of debt, oath of appraisers, appraisal. So what did it appraise at?
I think it appraised at that time at 325.
Okay.
So we had more than enough equity in the home.
Right.
But what he did do was he said that he was going to let us do a mediation.
Right.
But I wouldn't sit down for one mediation, but I was told that I should appeal to the Superior Court.
Right. I see you have an appeal here from February 2020.
Well, as soon as I put that in, guess what the court told me?
What?
Since you put that in, you're not allowed to have mediation.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
So you couldn't refinance, so you couldn't keep the property.
No, this is a horror story. So we didn't lose the property. So what happened was I went to they have 3 lawyers that go to the court that are supposed to help you.
Okay.
I met with Attorney Cole, who I thought was going to help me.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a friend that was going to buy the property, and my ex, whatever, and then they were going to, put our name on it, whatever, until we could refinance it. Well, Attorney Cole said he knew a friend that did this, and he brought in this other guy, Mark Wowowitz. He's a realtor in Fairfield.
Okay.
And Bridgeport.
Okay.
And Mark told me about his son, Jason. And Jason does hard money loans out of Florida.
Okay.
My brother and I have a couple of multifamilies. We sold another multifamily. So I had some money in the bank, and they found out I had the money in the bank.
Okay.
Jason told me I had to give all this money to the investor that was going to finance a loan, and that I would get it back at closing.
No.
I gave him $27,500.
No.
Jason has a drug problem and had defrauded dozens of people, and his father knew it.
Oh, my
Who
God.
introduced me to
So
him.
he's an attorney or the mortgage guy?
He's a mortgage guy.
Okay.
So this other attorney comes in that was working on it, Dan Nagel. He's from Cohen and Wolf. He used to be from them. Now he does it whatever on his own. Well, he had no idea, supposedly, about any of this stuff. And then at the last minute rescue, he finds a client that he used to have that is a billionaire, and he lent us some money at 12% interest. I had to pay him a $10,000 fee and $8,000 in points to over $8,000 in points to the billionaire investor. And now we're paying $2,100 a month on an interest-only loan that expires in another year. But luckily, I'm able to refinance now.
Okay.
Out of it.
So you haven't lost it. Wow, that's amazing. But it's cost you a fortune.
Yeah, a fortune. And I blame the judge, and I blame the lawyers, and I blame the realtor, and his son actually died.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
I believe. But I blame all of them because I think that they're all, in it together.
For sure. They saw you as a mill to milk. So the fees...
Attorney Cole, he told me that he put in a motion to extend the sale date.
Right.
And he charged me both times. He didn't even do it one time because it was extended by the court because of COVID. So he charged me twice. And just anything to get money. And now the lawyer that helped me with it, Dan Nagel, that was so nice to help me with this for a $10,000 fee.
Right.
And, this sweet deal for his client.
Right, which was probably a couple of hours of work, right?
Yeah. I asked him for a payoff statement, and he hasn't even given me one yet. That was 2 weeks ago because he said, his client is due the $210 plus interest. I prepay the interest every month on the 3rd. I haven't missed one payment.
My God. So, if, now is it rented?
It is. But, you know, I'm having problems with the tenants or whatever.
Right.
I'm not doing nothing until I get it refinanced because right now, because COVID, they have all these protections and half of them aren't paying whatever. But, I mean,
Right.
it appraised at $400,000.
Okay.
So,
And you
well,
can't
we
sell it.
didn't do
And you
that.
can't sell it.
I could sell it.
You could? Why don't you? If you know it's just a trap for their fees.
Well, it's been in the family for a long time, and you know, I looked at it as my retirement income, and I'm angry that like people built us out of this money. You know, I don't feel like
It probably cost you 60 grand, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so whatever appreciation you got and the value of it was just eaten up by that.
Exactly, and if I sell it, don't forget about the capital gains tax we'll have to pay.
Yeah, that's true, but the fact is it's cost you so much to keep it that there won't be much profit, if any. Plus, you're paying the taxes on top of that.
Yeah, and insurance.
Right, you have expenses. You might,
Bill.
you know, it's possible that you're collect. What are you getting, like $3,000 a month?
No, it's a four family, so closer to 4,000.
Oh wow, that's good.
Yeah.
You're right,
Yeah,
though. You could live there and rent out the other 3 in your retirement.
And you know what? We've owned it so long. It's like my project. I don't think I should have to sell it. I think the judges and the whole system is corrupt.
It is.
Against
Oh, it
people.
totally is. They would steal this thing from you if they could.
And I think they had every intention to, but I was persistent and I wouldn't give up. I tried every avenue that I could.
Uh-huh.
And,
So tell me, what do you think Spader did wrong?
well, I think that I don't understand why he wouldn't
Why it wasn't modified back when you needed to?
well, that's one thing, but I don't know why they took away the mediation. And the lawyer that I did hire to do the briefs and everything, Scott Brown, I think his name is Scott Brown.
Okay.
Why did he just deny his, arguments like that?
Mm-hmm. Well,
This lawyer is not a clown. I mean, he's won in the Supreme Court several times in Connecticut.
Right.
And he said we probably had a good chance of appeal, but I couldn't afford him. He wanted like 40 grand to do an appeal.
That's
Who has
crazy.
that kind of money?
40 grand for an appeal? How so?
Well, that's what he thinks he's worth.
Oh my God. All the profit or all the benefit he wanted up front.
Oh, yeah.
How much more benefit could you get? Oh, you think you have a good case? Well, will he make you $40,000? Probably not.
No.
So how does he justify that price? That's crazy.
They never justify their price.
Well, listen,
Attorney Nagel charged me 10 grand.
you don't have a forgery. You know, some of these things I'm hearing about are just far worse. Like, you know, they asked me for $65,000. I gave it to them, and they still didn't mediate. You know, or they didn't modify, or whatever they did, what they didn't do. And some of these people have cases of stolen identity. So this is in Milford, correct?
The property was in Stratford.
Oh, Stratford. I like Stratford.
Yeah, and you know what? The other thing is the judges, I believe, like you said, his law firm, but they all know each other.
Yeah, of course.
Attorney Cole and Judge Spader went to school together.
Okay.
One of my attorneys and Judge Spader went to school together.
Right.
They all have these extra
favors,
influences and stuff, and they never
Influencing.
refuse themselves.
Right, influence, and they should when they know the person that well.
I know.
Yeah, right now we have a case where Spader threatened a guy. Gennario threatened a guy, set up his other judge friend to non-suit based on him not attending a hearing that, you know, people aren't even notified of. You know what I mean?
Unbelievable.
Yeah. So I don't know what to tell you. This one's not as clear a fraud, but it does seem like there was no risk of them doing a modification. Why didn't they do it?
I don't know. Carrington said that was their policy, that they don't modify rental properties. And, you know, I don't understand, though, why the judge just denied every motion my lawyer put in.
Yeah.
Every single one of them.
It's...
And, you know, it's... there was something about that judge that didn't set right with me.
No, he has an agenda. I'm not sure what it is, but it's not to work for your best interest. It's like he's working for the mortgage mill, you know?
Yeah, like most of the lawyers are. Like, there's like some incentives, I think, that they get.
They have immunity for this. They have immunity for misguiding you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame. Well, I wish you best of luck. I'm not sure what to tell you except that there's rampant problems everywhere.
Now, what the thing that you shared? What is it? Where do I find those documents?
The Judge Spader documents?
Yes.
Okay, so did you look at number 208 or 608? Did you?
Number 208.
Well, hold on. There's a video on YouTube, and then there's a follow-up video. It's, I think it's number, I think it's number, hold on, I'm going to it. Videos, hold on. Oh, number 605 is the Capias Mortgage one you should watch, because that's the one where the judges are being sued criminally.
Who are they being sued by?
Pritchard. I talk about him in the case. I can introduce you to him. I can give you his email and his phone. He's a very nice, knowledgeable guy. If you had questions, he could help you with the answers.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, so I'll do that right now.
Get some of this money back.
Yeah, he might not think this is as serious as some of the other ones, though. Though you're taking advantage of. Let me call him, and then I'll connect you, okay? Hold on. Hey, got 2 seconds?
Sure.
Okay, so there's a lady on. I'm connecting you. Hello?
Yes?
Mr. Pritchard's on the line. Andy.
Hi, I'm Mary Beth. How are you?
Good. How are you?
She has a what, 4-family?
Yes.
That, you know, they refused her modification numerous times. There was a medical issue, and they only owed about 120 grand on it. It's appraised at what, 300-400?
Yeah, now 400. Yeah.
Okay, so she got a series of rulings by Spader against her that she thought were a no-brainer to get a modification. You know what I mean?
Well, that would be crooked Spader, yeah.
And I guess, you know, if there's anything you guys could discuss, I'll give you guys the numbers, okay?
Absolutely. I mean, you know, where do you stand right now? Are you?
I saved the house by taking out a hard money loan. I mean, it's a long story. If you have time, if I could call you and tell you about it, and you maybe give me ideas of what to do in the situation, because I'd like to recoup some of my money back. I was really swindled.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, that'd be sure. We could talk tomorrow. Is that okay?
Okay, so I'll send you guys the numbers, okay?
Thank you.
Okay.
Very good.
I appreciate it. Thank
Wonderful.
you.
No, I don't like to see simple things get complicated to benefit other third parties. That's not cool.
I appreciate all you're doing, and like I said, you have my support if there anything I can do for your campaign.
Okay, great. Super terrific. Thanks, guys. I'll send you guys each other's number, okay?
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Bye.
Talk to you later. Bye.
Yes, this is case after case of people running into Judge Spader and have him take full financial what do you call it? To take advantage of people who are trusting that they're going to get a fair shake through the court and then find out that for some reason or another, the judge is connected to the attorney and they have a private deal and they're not working in the best interest of the homeowner, but in certain respects, they're looking to gain $40,000 fees here and there, $25,000 expenses, and it's a property claim. She wants to keep it for retirement. It's her property. She should be able to refinance and to be told, you know, that the appraisal service and other pieces along the way are corrupted. It's kind of alarming. So I will put those two guys in touch with each other, and maybe some of these cases can be resolved. This one seems like it's not as bad as many of the others dealing with complete identity theft, fraud, and extortion. So this house isn't being stolen, but they tried. She was able, through persistence and writing checks, to get it resolved. But if she's out $60,000 to have to do that to a house that she owes $120,000 on, and then to pay exorbitant interest rates, again, is usury, and conflicts of interest abound. I'd like to see why Spader is preferring to help the non-owners of the house. Anyway, thank you very much. Talk to you soon.